everyone, welcome back to the homestead. My, how fast the seasons change. Last week was definitely winter here on the homestead. We had our coldest week of winter. One night the temps got down below 0 and we were below freezing day and night for about 5 days straight. We were also blessed with a beautiful blanket of snow, which is a lot of fun. It can be extra work, but it's a lot of fun in so many ways. One thing I really love about the snow is all the wild birds just pop. It's like they're everywhere. We had a fun little crew of European starlings come in, and they were snatching up some of the duck food in the duck yard and going up and down off the fence. It was really fun to watch them. Of course, the red cardinals were everywhere, and they're so beautiful. And the children had a lot of fun. They got to go and play a couple times with some friends, and then they had some fun here, taking turns being pulled behind the four-wheeler around the pasture on sleds. So much fun. At one point I had to chuckle because the cows were just so intrigued with what they were doing. They couldn't stop staring at them. It was really funny. Really thankful that through all the cold and frozen pipes and extra work trying to break icy waters open and all of that, all the animals did really well, and we made it through also. Our new calf, Little Buttercup, spent most of the time just curled up in the hay in the barn, and she did great. So that was last week. And now fast forward to this week. We have had beautiful, beautiful spring weather. Lots of blue skies, temperatures in the 60s. Last night it didn't even freeze. It was a fairly warm night, so complete difference from last week to this week. Morning milking time so much nicer when it's not so cold out. And we're excited. We've got 2 more cows ready to calve in just a week or 2, so that's exciting. The crocuses are blooming and the daffodils are going to be close behind, so super excited about all the spring blooms coming. And I'm really thankful that our lettuce that we planted about a month ago, maybe a little over a month ago, into the garden survived. So that bed, we had a row cover over it, but it was completely mashed down to the ground by the weight of the snow, and I just had no idea if the lettuce would make it, but they did. They're still very small, but I'm hoping that they'll take off now with the warmer weather. So we are getting ready to tackle the spring list. First on the list is pruning. The pruning marathon has officially begun. It's a race to try and prune before the blooms come. The peaches usually bloom first, so Caleb pruned one of those yesterday. He's hoping to get to the other one today. And then behind them will be the apricots and the cherry and the pears, and last will be the apples because they're the last to bloom. All the animals are ready for spring too. The turkey was doing his dance this morning. We have a goose sitting on a nest. And of course, all the chickens and the ducks are getting ready for spring as well. Besides the pruning, we've got a lot of garden bed prep that we're doing. New garden bed was torched, but it hasn't been put in place, so we got to get that put in place. The new garden bed's attached to the greenhouse. Joseph worked on burning those yesterday. He's almost finished with those, so we're starting to get those filled up. The battens have been painted for going over the greenhouse walls, covering up all the cracks. And even the children are excited about spring. Our littlest ones, Naomi and Abigail, started working on building a little chicken yard yesterday, and I about shut it down because I really don't like to have just a lot of clutter out laying around. It makes it harder to mow and weed eat. But they were just so excited to solve our problem of having some stray chickens that lay eggs all over the place and we can't find them. So I decided to go ahead and let Esther help, and now this morning Joseph's helping as well. They're building a completely enclosed little yard for just a few hens that we try and clip their wings to keep them in the other yards, but they get out over and over again. So this little yard they're building has a complete cover over the top, and they're building a little miniature coop to put in there. So it will be just temporary, but hopefully it'll solve our problem of hens getting in the garden and causing damage through the growing season this year. Did you guys turn Daddy's trailer into a little kitchen?
I'm going to make Abby some food.
So this is a new season of a lot of work, but it's a lot of joyful work. For me, I love being outside in the sunshine and the warm, fresh air. But we all have to remember not to work too hard. Yesterday was the first real day in the garden, a lot of physical work for me, and I was feeling it by the end of the day. So those of you who love to get out and start working in the spring, remember to take it slow if you need to, and take some breaks once in a while. The other day the children got to take off to a friend's house. Boys have been going to play basketball once a week with the friends in town. And then while they're gone playing basketball, Esther's been having sewing time with a couple of her friends. So they've been sewing skirts and different things, which has been a real blessing. Well, that's a little bit of the latest here on the homestead. Thanks for joining us today. I hope that whatever season of life you're in, you will remember that the seasons come and go so quickly. So hold out for that light at the end of the tunnel if you're going through some struggles right now. Know that it's just a season, and that our Father is faithful to take us through all seasons of life and give us everything we need to truly live. Thank you so much to our patrons who make these videos possible. We truly appreciate you guys. Until next time, we pray blessings over you and yours, and whatever you do, do it with your whole heart.